just like a flock camera.
Yeah. We could now broadcasting on flock cameras everywhere, from flock cameras everywhere.
You know, it's interesting. There was another website that popped up and said you could find out if you've been flocked. I think I might have put it up on our feed. It didn't show me as having been flocked, and yet I knew I had driven through an area where there are numerous flock cameras.
There are so many. I need to get that information about flock cameras from you on that website. Hey, welcome to A Bold and Distant Future. We're a podcast wherein I surround myself with smart voices to help me understand the week's news. Unfortunately, I have you guys today, but we'll work through this anyway. That's a joke. That's my idea of a joke. Anyway, flock cameras, they're the heated topic coming through my algorithm right now. Are you seeing flock camera stuff all the time like I am?
No, but I did see that second thing that mentioned you can find out if you've been flocked. It didn't talk about safe flocking.
What's
Which
that?
I think we all need to know about now because we're adults.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Good news is that even I've been talking with some high school students, they are aware of and are concerned about flocking as well, not because of driving responsibly or other, but because out on the street as they're walking around doing things either lawful or unlawful, they don't want to report it.
Well, yeah.
So everyone's feeling the surveillance state issue.
It is. I think everyone feels it, and I think they're annoyed.
Yeah.
Hey, in the Hart Senate office building in Washington, D.C., a protest was staged last week, and they arrested 16 people. I only found it on one news source, and it was a sort of a Instagram channel, really. But people went into this Senate building.
Oh, wow. Okay.
With banners and held them up. I don't think they were saying anything. Maybe they were chanting, but it was called a die-in. I think they were all going to fall on the ground at some point, but they were arrested, all of them.
On what grounds? Because they entered the Senate building, and what, the January 6th people did not?
I don't know exactly on what grounds. Just disruption, in a public place. But I haven't seen live video of it. I've only seen a few photos. But they were all arrested. And the artist who designed these banners, I need to do more research on that person, but they have an interesting quote at the end that we'll read. And it's just the power of art, holding up these artworks, these little paintings on cloth, causes a turmoil.
Well, freedom of expression, anywhere but inside a federal building.
It used to be especially inside a federal building.
Here's the artist, Gianluca Constantini. He designed them. He said, art can make visible what institutions try to turn into something abstract or invisible.
Well, just the fact that it wasn't picked up by the media is
huge.
Speaks to that.
Yep.
So much of this is being made invisible.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, why would, just trying to imagine the major broadcasting and or news agencies, what are they being told, and why are they then filtering that down to the reporters on the street who say we've got a story coming up? Is it just a blanket statement that nothing that, it could be deemed offensive to the Trump party, or only something that we can get our fingers into and have some depth? But of course, we're going to hear about murders and weather all the time. Why not this? What is the basis of the instructions that are happening in these institutions?
Because advertisers don't like it.
Oh, it's that simple, maybe. Yeah.
I think it's that simple.
Yeah.
I think that's always been the case. I don't think that's really changed dramatically under Trump. There's all sorts of things that have happened in my lifetime that I thought were newsworthy and should have been, front page, bold letters, but no.
Oh, it's never, I love what you just said, Peter. It's not philosophical. It's not political. It is purely financial.
Mm-hmm.
Not even economic system. That's just financial, forbearance and greed.
I think another big issue is that they do not want people to realize the power that they hold. Mm-hmm. And so stuffing this stuff, as opposed to actually letting things be broadcast to let people know that things are happening, is against what they're trying to, that it's against the narrative that they're trying to promote. And that is, that all of this is being snuffed and you shouldn't raise your voice because you'll be put in jail too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's no secret that they push stories. And it's no secret that they will sit on stories as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say that along with advertising, the editorial page kind of determines what direction they're going to go. The one really strange exception to that rule, by the way, is the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, true. They're remarkably independent.
Yeah,
So
they
to
keep
speak,
their reporting away from the editorial page, which is hilarious.
Right.
And of course, in this administration, so much of it is aimed at keeping certain files out of the news, which has really been successful since the Iran war started.
Yeah.
Well, I thought this was a beautiful photograph in its poignancy. It's a bulldozer clearing a road in Big Bend National Park, which is in West Texas. And the photographer is Brian Finke. I hope he doesn't mind me using it for our thumbnail. I might be using it, but just that bulldozer in that pristine landscape is just what part of Trump's plan to get a road going through there or something.
Mm-hmm.
It
Horrible.
dovetails nicely with the fact that he's trying to remove the protections for old growth forests so that roads can be put in and logging can be done in old growth forests across the nation. And that's huge also.
Yeah. My God. I mean, 1%, perhaps even less than 1% of some tree species are old growth. Haven't we learned that lesson? My God.
We've learned it.
Yeah.
But there's others who want to turn a profit.
Yeah. No matter the impact or devastation.
Exactly.
The cost. Yeah.
And
Well,
if
you
any
get
of
rid
you
of the
guys,
trees, you don't need to preserve them anymore.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Then there's nothing
Left to preserve.
Yeah. So everybody should be moving forward with the capitalist agenda and the desire of the few. Yeah.
They got to make room for those data centers.
Yeah.
but Big Bend is in the middle of freaking nowhere.
It is.
There's no point in doing this.
No.
It's a spectacular wilderness.
Absolutely right. And having been there, if you want to build a wall around Big Bend, easily done. At more cost, but easily done. Because there's already clear demarcations, and you just have to plant the wall along that. But of course, this is about something much larger.
So what exactly are they intending to do?
Build a wall.
Right, so
Build a wall in the park.
Oh, is this the border wall they're
Yeah.
building?
Yeah.
Because the wilderness, of course, extends to both sides.
I thought it was mineral rights they were going after, or something like that. But, well,
You'd think Mexico would have something to say about it.
Yeah.
It should be like a major diplomatic, issue.
hey, these shock gloves
Yeah.
are the latest ice accessory, I guess, and they're pretty horrific. They haven't been put in use yet, as far as I know. I think demonstrations of them are online, showing people being, immediately incapacitated and thrown down out of the shock that these things deliver.
Man, I hope they don't absent-mindedly scratch their privates.
You're hoping for something like that. If your government would rather fund shock gloves for their secret police than food and supplies for its sailors stationed on a ship for 8+ months, then you have a shit government.
Mm-hmm.
The priorities here. I mean, I think it's like a $20 million purchase of these shock gloves. Is that right?
Yeah.
What sweetheart corporate deal did go through on that?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening in
So
Minnesota?
I'm pleased to report that in Minnesota, I believe, there's legislation to ban shock gloves from public schools.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about from just public places, period? Let's
That's what I was
extend it a
gonna
bit.
Teachers could have them. That would be
So
torture gloves.
Right out of Fahrenheit 451, right? You can just see incrementally these things being put in place that were only, I guess they were forecasted in science fiction.
Does that mean that protesters will have to carry OSHA sprayers and douse them in water?
Oh, yeah.
Short circuit them
what
somehow.
the hell, man?
it says it only works against wet clothing and bare skin, right?
apparently.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's time for us to develop full-body condoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of rubber suit.
I think they've been invented already by O'Neill, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I wonder if one of those surf suits would work.
No, that's fun. I can't believe the mind that would come up with this and think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah.
Stephen Miller, right away.
Why did you think of him? I was thinking of him
Yeah.
too. Oh my God.
Yeah, let's see how we can become even more evil.
Yeah. Do you remember Iron Man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and when he's in the cave in the first film, and the assailant then hooks up clamps to the 12-volt battery to his nipples. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what this is, yeah.
I don't remember that scene. Maybe that was an outtake. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to defeat that. But soon they'll be on the black market. We can get some of our own.
Yeah, if we start arming, then it's like it's an escalation, an arms race within the protesting community, the ICE and citizens. Then we have civil war. Yeesh.
I wonder if you could combine shock gloves with baseball. Somebody's running around your plate.
Yeah.
It's just a thought. I didn't get much sleep last night, so my mind is sort of
Well,
wandering.
let's not stop there. I mean, think about how useful it could be in the NBA.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Well, this is a new segment called "Down with the Surveillance State." I'm working on a little intro music for it, maybe in the barbershop quartet genre. But this seems like people are up in arms about it, and I've got pictures here of many ways that people are dismantling and taking down these flock cameras, which I don't recommend. I don't recommend that any of our viewers do that at all, but I will show you clear examples of how it's done,
Don't recommend it, but here's how to do it. All right.
So people are just cutting them down with it looks like PVC pipe. Doesn't even look like steel. A Sawzall would take that down in, 5 seconds.
You bet. Well,
Aren't
I'm
there
curious about why that one is sitting out in the middle of a grassy lawn. Is there a highway nearby?
I have no idea. It's in Toledo somewhere.
Oh, there we go.
This is another one in Minnesota. I guess someone went around, maybe Scooter, you've heard about it, and they went around and took down dozens of them one night.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I heard about this. And the whole town is playing dumb. Yeah. Yeah, we got a few in my town. We got 4 of them in my town. I don't know where they are.
That looks like, to me, a strong, sharp wind and a hurricane knocked those down.
Oh, is that Silly String?
No, they're using that contractor's spray foam,
Oh,
This is
yeah.
in South Carolina. They get up there and just squirt it all in there, and it messes them all up. That's a pretty clever thing to do.
I wonder if there are electronic means for blocking the signal as well, which could distort the photos or disable the device.
Where's Winona?
Okay.
Go Winona.
Does anyone know where Winona is? I didn't do the research on this one, what state it's in. But Valley News in Winona reports that their flock cameras were cut down and stolen. Is that Minnesota again?
I think it might be.
Oh, it says Fargo. Well, that was the weather. I don't know.
Well, Fargo is,
South Dakota.
yeah,
North
thank
Dakota,
you. But it's right on the border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Home Depot and Lowe's have flock cameras on their grounds, apparently. And the scary thing is that they're connected to the police department, have access to them all. And they've been using them to, I don't know for what reason, tracking people.
Well, I mean, Home Depot is where you go if you're a migrant looking for a job, right?
Well, yeah, so then it's a pipeline to ICE, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it has records obtained from the Johnson County, Texas Sheriff's Office by the Electronic Frontier Foundation. I need to look into them. And shared with 404 Media show that Sheriff's Office is able to tap into flock license plate reading cameras at 173 different Lowe's locations around the U.S. and that it can tap into cameras and gunshot detecting microphones at dozens of Home Depot stores within Texas. The
What's
records.
going on in Home Depot?
That means that people that are working perhaps illegally in the U.S. as contractors or contractors' helpers that might be going in to get supplies could be tracked.
Mm-hmm.
and then just start shooting their way out again. What's up with this gunshot detecting microphone at dozens of Home Depot stores?
That might be a feature in the Flock camera. Maybe it has a sensor that detects that as well as reading license plates. I don't know.
What are they prepping for?
Now, this one I can't vouch for its journalistic integrity, but it was a meme that came across that said more than 50 cops have been formally charged or accused of using Flock cameras to stalk women, with 26 losing their jobs.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't find, a substantial news source to back this one up, but I guess this could be an abuse that's potential if it isn't
So is that
happening
Buffalo
already.
that I'm reading
Is that
on
what?
the patch? I'm
Oh
looking
yeah,
at the guy's
it does
patch.
say. Yeah, it does say Buffalo. You're right.
Okay. Well, that explains it. Been to Buffalo.
So
Yeah,
it's,
it's famous for its wings and predatory cops.
I've never been.
No reason to go. Unless you're going to Niagara Falls and then only to the Canadian side.
I think our last segment today is about the primary 2026, and it was a pretty interesting primary. A few little races signify a bit of a blue wave approaching.
Blue wave.
Yay! But we'll
The Alaska Democratic candidate is up by 6%.
right, that's one of them. Yeah.
You guys noticed how the establishment Democrats are seriously losing their shit about the Democratic Socialists?
Yeah, it's a
Let
very
'em.
it's a very interesting thing. But is it going to divide the Democrats in that way? And
Only if they're foolish.
Well, what will probably happen is that the Democratic Socialists will form a faction within the Democratic Party, and they'll probably have some kind of ticket come 2028 where they have an establishment presidential candidate and AOC as the vice presidential candidate. That's
all
what I
right.
expect. I mean, that's
Interesting.
usually how they deal with this stuff.
Who do you think will be the front runner?
Probably Newsom. It's my guess right now, although I don't think he's going to. Yeah, I think he's going to have a hard slog. I hate to say it, but California's not real popular in the United States.
Yeah.
No, but I keep coming back to that one little stat that under his watch in the last 8 years, California's gone from the 6th largest economy in the world to the 4th. That's a big pill to swallow, you know what I'm saying?
That just makes everybody hate you more.
Yeah.
Because he delivered what 47 promised. Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, it's the ball's on this guy. Who does he think he is? Being successful and all. Actually, I think Waltz should give it another shot.
Oh yeah, Walt should go in there.
Yeah, Angie Nixon down in Florida.
Now, she's one of the Democratic Socialists who won out over Alex Vindman, who's, I guess you could call him sort of a mainstream Democrat.
Yeah, so helpful to Vindman was so helpful in helping to unwrap some of the lack of transparency in the military in these investigations. So unfortunately, he had to go. Wish it was some other person, but still very, very important. And take the time. This is a great time for the Democratic Socialist candidates to have a simple messaging platform that says what we mean by democratic socialism is healthcare for all, childcare, the 4 or 5 points that Americans can say, yeah, that's what I want. And of course, the last has to be lowering cost, making life affordable for the working class again. Do that, and you've got the party. You've got the whole friggin' supermajority. It's
interesting to see how John Osman is calling out Trump on all of the crap that we see daily, and succeeding quite nicely with that messaging.
Well, Wyoming's primary, they're the reddest state in our country. The candidate, James Byrd, doesn't have a chance against Harriet Hagman.
There's a Freedom Caucus or something in that state that all got ousted. There was like 14 of them, and none of them made it through the primary. They were all in, and now they're all out.
I didn't hear about that.
I don't know if that's hopeful, but it seems like it might be.
So who is the Freedom Caucus?
They were like heavily right-leaning MAGA dudes, you know.
Well, I think everybody's pretty exhausted by MAGA. I mean, even my roommate's not really talking politics anymore.
Crazy.
They're just not listening to the MAGA messages anymore? How does that
Oh,
work?
he listens to them.
But
I
he's
think
not watching A Bold and Distant Future, is he?
I've invited him. I actually wondered if he could be on the program at some point. That would be fun.
Uh-oh. What
That's
kind
a little,
of fun did
like-
you have in mind?
Well, it's like that documentary which I'm going to recommend here called The Best of Enemies, which is a documentary that's maybe been out for a few years now, but it's a wonderful show about Gore Vidal and William F. Buckley Jr. And their kind of on-camera dialogues they would have.
Yeah, if you can call it a dialogue.
Yeah, but they're just wonderful to watch. There'll be a picture of it here. Take a look at it. It's on YouTube if you don't mind watching it.
I tried to beam it up last night, but I got a message that said something about it's not supported on my phone. I got to do something else, whatever.
It's on YouTube.
I know that.
Yeah,
That's
weird.
the message I got when I tried to go there.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's very
Hey,
weird.
that's not the only weird thing that happened this week. The Bold and Distant Future disappeared from my message app, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So I sent this thing that was an interesting piece from somebody in Australia who was calling out America for not getting on the stick and tossing this bozo out.
Hey, I want to thank all of you for being here today, even Robert, whoever that may be. Please come back again next week, and we'll try to take apart the week's news once again. Thank you.
Well, if I was gonna stage a coup in an upcoming election, what exactly would I do to safeguard my protection? I think I'd build myself a great big room with some strategic placement, and I'd put guided missiles on the roof and data centers in the basement. And in case they try to send the troops when I perform my little coup, I'd need a private army to be present when I stage it. But from there it's not too difficult, so let's not overcomplicate it. I'll just need a couple working years of solid degradation, and I'll see how far my party goes along before they question. I'd see how many citizens can die with no arrests, and I'd stress test the balances and the checks of the Constitution before I stage my little insiders only revolution. And if I was gonna stage a coup in 2028, I think I'd set up a crypto coin through my family's estate, and I'd take billions in contributions from foreign heads of state. I'd take Qatari jets and make 3,000 insider trades, and then I'd have my sons invest in AI tech for guided drones and bombing, start a peace in the Middle East and let the drones start data farming. And if I was gonna stage a coup, I'd nationalize elections, and I'd tell the people that I'm doing all of this for their own protection. And I wouldn't leave the White House once the final ballot's cast, and when the election has been certified, I'd sit my happy ass inside my brand new spanking ballroom built to withstand any strike. And I'd have my private army ready with me day and night, and I'd call the Congress compromised. I'd say the court's been jeopardized, and once the country's paralyzed, I'd institute the Reich. Well, if I was gonna stage a coup to satisfy my ego, I guess I'd dress up like Jesus Christ and try to play the hero. And I'd tell the world to be afraid of all their friends and neighbors, and just like Jesus taught us, I would punish those who waver. And if I was gonna stage a coup, I'd prop up J.D. Vance, and once his campaign starts to lose, that's when I'd have my chance. I'd say the system has been rigged, now it's time that we get rid of everything that I have been harmful to the truth. So say goodbye to the fake news outlets, adios to those who doubted, sayonara to the green card scammers, au revoir to the foreign landers, chop the head off of Bernie Sanders, AOC and Biden's handlers. No more US as we know it, no more news or whistle blowing. Goodbye years of rigged elections, goodbye human rights protections, goodbye anyone who questions golden statues I've erected. Billionaires will all be smitten, all the while I'll just be sitting back to reaping all the profit and silence those who try to stop it. If I was gonna stage a coup to show the world how great I am, these are the things that I would do my 2028 election.